No, you can't. No, you effing well can't. Stop putting your propaganda out here, TV licensing. Hi, it's me again. I got a bit set off this morning going through some of my bookmarks that I've had. This one was Wednesday the 24th of July. It's quite recent for me, actually, to be fair. Look at the headline on this. It proper wound me up. Look at this. BBC TV licensing warns UK households we can enter without permission. You can't. Long story short, if you don't want to watch the whole video, they can't. But we're going to talk about it anyway, because there is a possibility they can get in without your permission. Sort of. Anyway, we'll carry on. UK households have been warned over BBC TV licensing investigations after 500,000 cancelled their fees. 500,000 households cancelled their licence fee last year, and I'm proud of every single one of you 500,000 people. Although in another video I've just done about it, I have some questions about the numbers that I'm going to put to an FOI request to the BBC, which obviously they'll ignore, like they do all my FOI requests. But anyway, TV licensing says, a TV licence officer visits you when we have no record of a licence at your address and we haven't received a reply to our previous letters. We need to check if you've been watching, recording or downloading TV without a licence. Why? Why do you need to check? Why do you need to check? If someone like myself hasn't replied to all of your letters, why do you need to check? Maybe this house is empty, maybe I'm deceased. Why do you need to check? And the thing that really winds me up about it is if you do tell them you don't require a licence, you can do the no licence needed exemption, they still come out because they want to check you don't need a licence. You've got no right to any information about what's going on inside my property. There is no law stating I have to tell you anything I'm doing in my property to not pay for your service. If one of these goons, and we call them, if you're new here, we call them goons because that's what they act like. What they actually are isn't an enforcement officer, as they like to call themselves. What they actually are is door-to-door salespeople that earn commission. Can't get the exact number, but it's about 25 quid, we reckon, per sale or per prosecution. They'll come round, they'll want to come in, or they'll pressure you, they'll ask you loads of questions, try and keep you talking, they'll ask you to sign something when you don't know what this thing is that they're signing. If one comes to your door, no thank you, and you shut the door. That's it. Hello, who are you? Hi, I'm from TV licensing. No thank you, mate. Shut the door. Have a look on my channel, hit my name, and you'll find a playlist of goon visits, and you'll see complete textbook examples of how to do it in there. You won't get in trouble for doing it. I say they're door-to-door salesmen. If someone came round trying to flog you dusters, you'd be like, no thanks, mate. Shut the door. Same with this. If you don't require their services, you don't need to talk to them. Send them on their way. Your TV licence lets you enjoy a huge range of TV. It covers you for all TV channels like BBC, ITV, Channel 4 and international channels. 2 massive piss takes brought up there, do you not think? International channels. Right? I was going out with a Spanish girl for a while, as you may or may not know if you're a long-term viewer. She couldn't watch Spanish TV in my place. What the effing hell has it got to do with the BBC if I want to watch a foreign broadcast TV channel in my property? Right. And also, what the effing hell has it got to do with the BBC if I want to watch ITV or Channel 4 live as it's being broadcast in my property? None of the money from the licence fee goes to them. So I should be able to watch them, right? They earn their money through being commercial. And I don't like the wording here. Neither. I'm quite upset. Have you noticed? I'm quite upset by this one. You can watch ITVX. You can watch All 4, I believe it's called, the catch-up thing. It's not a problem as long as you don't watch it as it's being broadcast. But they like to use that wording to make it seem like you can't. When international pay TV services like Sky, Virgin Media and BT, live TV on streaming services like YouTube and Amazon Prime Video and everything on BBC iPlayer. See, they like to say it like that because then they can get the words YouTube and Amazon Prime in. Because they know most people don't read things carefully or pay too much attention. They just skim it, see YouTube and, I can't do nothing without paying for the TV licence fee. And everything on BBC iPlayer isn't true either. You can't watch BBC stuff on BBC iPlayer, but I do believe you can watch S4C things on iPlayer. Not that you'd want to if you're choosing not to watch BBC stuff. Some people might, I suppose. This includes recording and downloading. All right, okay. TV licensing said during a visit, okay, so we're going to have a visit, and this is what's going to happen during it. An officer will tell you why they're visiting. Yes, to sell you a television license. They'll be polite. Polite. Where was that one clip of that really polite TV license enforcement officer?
Hi. Hi. Don't worry about pal, it's just for your TV license. What's today? Who's this motherfucker? Yeah. Okay.
They'll be polite, considerate, and fair. If you allow them into your home, the visit is normally very quick. Hang on a second. The headline: we can enter without permission. If you allow them into your home, the visit is normally very quick. Why would you allow them? Why would you let any stranger into your home? Why? You don't know these people. You could let them into your home. They could be looking at all your stuff in your gaff and telling their mate down the pub that night who happens to be a burglar. You don't know. You never let anyone into your property, and you especially don't let a door-to-door salesman into your property who you don't need to be talking to anyway. It's ridiculous. Anyway, the officer will check to see if any TV equipment is set up. It doesn't matter. Behind the camera here, there's a television. In my bedroom over there is a television. I'm looking at a laptop, which is television equipment. Well, I can watch telly on this if I wanted to. And I'm talking into my iPhone, which I could watch TV on if I wanted to. The TV license isn't based on owning equipment. You see, they word it like this. This has come from TV licensing, and they're wording it like this to confuse everybody. If you don't watch or record anything that's been broadcast and you don't access BBC iPlayer, you don't need a television license. It doesn't matter how many TVs you have, how much TV receiving equipment you have. The license isn't based on what you have. It's based on what you use it to do. They can caution and interview you if they suspect TV equipment is being used or set up. Was it The Office Junior that's written this? Because this is complete and utter bollocks. And I'm going to put another FOI request in to the BBC to have this corrected. I'm also going to contact Birmingham Live, who have published this absolute toilet paper. They will take notes of what's been said and ask for your signature to confirm their notes are accurate. Don't talk to them. Don't sign anything. Don't let them into your property. If we receive a search warrant from a magistrate, officers are able to enter your address without your permission. True. They reckon they knock on hundreds of thousands of doors a year. From what I can find out, and what my friends over at TV License Resistance Forum have told me about this, about 2 warrants a year. And I'm sure they only do that just so they can say things like, we can receive a search warrant. You cannot, just because if one knocked on my door now, right, hello, who are you? I'm TV License. No, thanks, mate. And I'd shut the door. He cannot just go to a magistrate and say, I want a search warrant to check that geezer's flat, because he said, no, I can't come in. He must be doing something. You need a level of evidence. You can't just get them. That's why there's only about 2 a year. And I'm certain they only do those just so they can say that. I'm sorry. Do not be scared of this. They are scum. The way they've written this has come from TV licensing. They have PR agencies. I think it's 6 of them on multi-million-pound contracts, and their job is to get absolute toss like this published to scare you into paying for a TV license. And it's absolute bollocks, and it makes me very angry indeed. What do you think about this? I get this question a lot. Some people think I'm getting them into trouble when I say you can just go, no thanks mate, and shut the door. I'm not. It says on the TV licensing website itself that these people aren't police, they aren't bailiffs, they don't have any powers. Don't be fooled by the fact they call themselves enforcement officers and use words like interview you under caution. I can interview you under caution, should I choose to. I doubt they even know the rules and regulations around doing it properly. It's written in a way to scare and confuse you into paying for something you may not need because the BBC cannot survive on its own. It cannot survive on its own. Yeah, BBC commercial wing probably could. They make billions. But over here, the BBC pay licence fee to about 5 billion quid a year. They spend it on alcohol and ridiculous buildings in the centre of London that are completely unnecessary. Expense accounts, cars. Where's the programming? Where is it? All the programming that you associate with the BBC, like Strictly or Doctor Who, it's all made by BBC Studios, not by the people that you pay your licence fee to. It's a massive scam. It's got to stop. And 500,000 people last year cottoned onto it and stopped paying. Hopefully there'll be more this year. Let me know what you think about this down in the comments below. While you're down there, leaving your comment, don't forget to hit the buttons. Subscribe button would be nice. I'm so close to 100,000. If you could do that, it'd be brilliant. And if you do all that as well, I might get to see you in another video again soon, won't I? Nearly forgot me ending line there, didn't I? Ta-da.